Hello and welcome to Athlete Monitoring. I'm François Gazzano, the founder of AthleteMonitoring.com. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use the illness and injury surveillance module of the platform. In this video, we'll cover the 4 steps needed to get started with injury surveillance: the initial setup, the OST questionnaire activation, the data collection from athletes, and finally, the data analysis. First, we'll set the global settings. Click the Settings menu option, open the Health tab, and click on Illness Symptoms. Make sure this list includes all the symptoms you want your athlete to see. To add a new symptom, click on the small green cross located under the list. To remove a symptom, click on its name so the button turns white. Then save. If you're looking to monitor mental health, perform the same operation in the Mental Health Symptoms section. Once the list of symptoms is ready, go to the Pre-existing Health Problem Time Limit section and select your preferred option. Then move to the Diagnosis Coding System section and select the coding system you wish to use for diagnosis health problems, SMDCS or OSIX. If you wish to add custom diagnosis, you can do so in the Custom Diagnosis section. Select the type of health problem, select the category. All the available diagnoses are automatically listed, and select the little green cross to add an additional one. If you wish to display details on the body map presented to athletes, go to the Body Map Details section, select a body area, and enter the text you would like to display. Once you're done, save. This is all for the global settings. Now let's move to the team-specific settings. From the main page, open the Team menu and select Team Settings. First, make sure that activities and injury mechanism are matching your preferences. So scroll down to the Activities section, click on a category, and select or deselect activities that can be linked to injuries and save. You can also add additional activities. Then scroll down to the Injury section, click on Mechanism, and select Deselect or Add Injury Mechanism that will be presented to athletes when they report injuries. Now we'll set up the OSTRC questionnaire. Scroll the way up to the General section. Scroll down a little bit and activate the OSTRC question. The button turns blue, it means it's activated. Now close the General section and go to the Injury Surveillance section. Now you can select the day of the week you wish the athlete to complete the questionnaire. You can decide to display the questionnaire every week or every 2 weeks. You can display a page where the athlete will be able to select a member of your medical team while completing the questionnaire. You can also activate the custom question page that will allow you to add additional questions at the bottom of the questionnaire. You can also decide to show the medical use section that will allow athletes to self-report medication when they are reporting their questionnaire. And finally, if you decide to monitor mental health as well, then you can select mental health problem and set it to show. Now scroll down and ensure the questionnaire question answers are closely matching your needs. You can modify all the text. If you have activated the custom question page, you can now add your custom questions. First, enter a category, then enter your question, and then you can set your answers. The system supports sub-questions and different type of answers. If you need to move the question up, you can use the arrows. If you need to clone the question, you can click the little cross. If you want to display this question only when a medical problem is reported, select the little suitcase. From there, you can select which type of problem will trigger the question. Do this for all the questions you like to add, and once you're done, you save. To ensure maximum compliance with weekly reporting, it's strongly recommended to set automatic reminders. Here is how to do it. Close the Injury Surveillance section and go to Reminders and Notifications. Scroll down, go to the Injury Surveillance Reminders. Enable the Weekly Health Survey Reminder. You can select the little wheel to make changes to the reminder. Set the time of the day the athlete will receive the reminder, and then you can decide to stop sending reminders after a certain number of days. Once you're done, save. Now you're all set. Athlete will start receiving reminders and will be able to complete their OSTRC questionnaire on their preferred device. Now we'll take a look at the OSTRC questionnaire from the Athlete app. Now I'm logged in as an athlete. So the only thing I have to do is to press Health Monitoring, click Continue, and then answer the questions. So this is a standard OSTRC questionnaire. I can also indicate if I'm recording a pre-existing issue. I can determine which kind of problem I'm reporting. Could be an acute injury. Can select the date. What were you doing? This is the activity we set earlier. How did it happen? That's the mechanism. Continue. If it's an illness, I can select symptoms. If it's a mental health problem, same thing, I can select symptoms. Then I can select time loss. I can enter my comments. I can also report another problem. And finally, I have to complete the custom questions. That's it. That's all the athlete has to do. Now let's go back to the administrator account so we can visualize and analyze results. First, click on the team name to open the team dashboard and select the Health tab. The colored squares indicate the athlete participation status based on the questionnaire results during the past 6 weeks. When the athlete didn't complete the questionnaire, a gray cell will be displayed. It is possible to complete the questionnaire directly from this screen by clicking on the gray cell. Once a health problem has been reported, it's possible to attach diagnosis directly by clicking the Undiagnosed link. Then you can categorize the health problem, fill out the form, and update. It's also possible to open the team menu, go to the health section, and have a complete view of the health problem for all your athletes. When you see undiagnosed, you can click on the link and then assign the diagnosis. Now let's analyze data. Scroll up and click the little pie chart. The injury surveillance dashboard is automatically displayed. You can remove section of this dashboard by simply selecting the little gear icon and removing the section. The first section displays compliance graph from athlete and clinical staff. Then you have the response rate from the athlete in blue and the diagnosis rate from the medical staff in orange. The health outcome graph displays the incidence and the prevalence of each type of problem. Substantial one indicates that they are causing time loss. The data table provides more details. You can also select different methods to calculate incidence. The relative burden section offers a detailed view of the most significant problems. Clicking on the bar provides more details. The data table lists all the problems causing time loss and their respective severity. You can use the total time loss method and the severity score from the OSTRC questionnaire. The risk matrix helps you identify the most frequent and/or severe health problems. It plots the severity and the incidence of the problems. So when you have problems in the darker area, it means they are both severe and frequent. You can add and remove health problems from this particular graph. You can also specify which type of problem you want to analyze, the method to calculate severity, the formula for incidence, and also you can filter per activity. And finally, the more conventional graph located below indicates the injury per location, the number and the relative percentage, the injury per activity category, the common diagnosis, the mechanism, and the print button allows you to generate a PDF version of this entire dashboard. To export the data, press the export button, select injury surveillance, select the team for which you want to export the data, select the date, from and to, and the type of document. Export. After a few moments, you obtain this spreadsheet. The first tab will include general statistics, compliance, prevalence, incidence, burden, time loss. The second tab includes weekly compliance data and the relative percentage for each type of problem reported. The third tab includes the actual log with all the raw data, including answers to the custom questions. And finally, the fourth tab includes the medication prescribed to the selected athletes. This concludes the tutorial. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at info@athletemonitoring.com.